You don't need an obsession with eating only super healthy foods. It's okay to have a sweet treat once in a while. You don't need a running streak. It's okay to take days off, especially if you need them. You don't need a hate for Runner's World. Why does everybody hate Runner's World? I love this magazine. You don't need a fancy $2,000 ice plunge. A cold bath.
Or a cold stream would probably do just fine.
You don't need Kara Goucher's book. It's actually a really good book, though. Don't need it, though. You don't need to put your PRs in your Instagram bio. You do not need a plan to reverse your biological age. You can actually improve well into your 50s and 60s. You don't need an over-the-top, always motivated to run attitude. You don't need to lose weight. Whatever weight you're at right now is probably just fine. You don't need compression socks. You don't need an entry to a super big, super fast marathon like Chicago or Berlin. You don't need talent. You think this guy here had talent? You don't need an opinion on non-binary runners. You don't need Dakota's training plan. You need a training plan that works for you. You don't need a comparison of your own training to someone else's. I wonder what Tyler Jaman has been up to, though. You don't need Reebok shoes. Trust me, you definitely don't need this. You don't need great arches. Believe it or not, these blobs of feet ran 13:54 for 5K and 2:15 for a marathon. You don't need perfect sleep the night before a race. In fact, it's 2 nights before that is super critical. You don't need a gym membership.
Plenty of things you can do from home.
You don't need custom-made orthotics. Honestly, the over-the-counter ones will do just fine. You don't need whatever's being promoted in the other guy's video. You don't need static stretching. In fact, tight muscles are beneficial to running. You don't need that weird mask thingy that Galen Rupp wears. You don't need to know how to design the perfect workout or training cycle. Oh, hello, Doherty Coaching. You don't need a water bottle that tells you how much to drink. Just listen to your natural thirst instincts. You don't need a perfect, silky smooth Kenyan stride. You don't need a PR. Just because you had a bad race doesn't mean you're not getting faster. You don't need a ton of likes on Strava. You don't need runs that end in a perfectly round number. And finally, you don't need a perfect picture at the finish line.